Peace, 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 love, light of healing, peace, love, light of healing, peace to the gods, peace to the earth. Y'all climb on in, climb on in. How y'all feeling? How y'all doing? Climb on in, climb on in, climb on in the building. Everybody been asking, y'all, Key, where you at? I just been busy, y'all. Been real busy. Very, very busy. Getting everything together. We got the next date. For the next Risen Black Messiah Alliance conference. It's going to be in San Diego, California. We kicking it off May the 7th, y'all, which is the first Saturday or Saturn's day of that moon, of that month. So May 7th. May 7th, that first Saturday of that month is going to be in San Diego, California at the World's Beat Center. So I'm going to make sure we get the flyers made and post them up, and, y'all meet me there. Matter of fact, don't meet me there, beat me there. But before we get into this, hydration and electrolytes is one of the number one key components and methodologies to healing. I do got a few things I wanted to say. There's been a lot of people pretending to be me. And y'all been giving these people y'all money. I do not do readings. There's somebody out there with my picture using my name and hitting y'all up in y'all inboxes saying that he do astrology readings and stuff like that. I do not do astrology readings. This is my only channel, y'all, on Instagram. I do not have any other channel on Instagram. So just for y'all's sake, I'm going to turn my camera around. This is my page, y'all. Look at my name, YAHKIAWAKENED. That's my name. There's no other name. It ain't gonna have no two I's. It ain't gonna have no D in it. It ain't gonna have no two D's. It ain't gonna have no two N's in it. That's my name. And it's 92,000 followers. Probably by the end of the week, I'll be at 100,000 followers. So if somebody following you and they only got, 1,500 followers or five followers, that's not me. This is my page, y'all. Quit letting these people get y'all. I will never ever ask you for money online. I will never ask you to send your address or your personal information online. If anybody's doing that, it is not me. I only have one page. This is my only page, y'all. Yes, eggs are very, very bad for you. Anything that come from an animal, any byproduct from an animal, we're not supposed to be eating. So if it's a byproduct of an animal, it's super bad for you. And eggs are baby embryos. They're undeveloped fetal tissue. So you don't want to be eating that type of stuff anyway. And if you look at dairy products such as eggs and ice creams and things like that, you would notice that it has a mucosal response, and that mucosal response actually make the lymphatic system very stagnant, and that's where cause you asthma, bronchitis, all types of things happen when you get on them dairy products. So make sure that you're not eating nothing that come from an animal. We're frugivores by nature. We're not omnivores. We're not herbivores. We're not carnivores. We're frugivores. We're fruitarians. Our physiology says so. Okay, I talked about May 7th. We're going to post stuff for that. I talked about that. I talked about this. Don't let these people be getting y'all, because that is not me. If they can't go live from their page and you don't see this face right here, that's not them. I would never, ever ask y'all for any money online. I only do business transactions through www.yakieawaken.com. I would never ask you to do any business transaction other than my website, YAHKIAWAKENED.com. So if they on there saying send money and it ain't through www.yakieawaken.com, it is not me. And I don't respond to DMs. So if they all in your DMs and stuff like that, it is not me. I don't have time to be doing all of that. So, but it's a lot of people out here on Facebook pretending to be me, taking my pictures, using their own websites and stuff like that. If you click the link in this bio, it's going to take you back to my website. So you just got to be very, very careful about that. What do I think about urine therapy? This is what I would say about urine therapy. When we heal and we do our healing methodology, and I put you on my geogenetic herbal therapeutic package, one thing I know about kidneys, and when you start studying the physiology of the kidneys, right, you see that the kidneys is actually what's connected to nephrons. The nephrons filtrate all of the metabolic waste that your cells produce. The nephrons filter them out. All of that metabolic toxemia, all of them dead fecal matter that's produced by the cell go through something called the urethra. The urethra then goes through your urinary tract, and you eliminate this out through urea and through urination. The reason why I'm against urine therapy is because the only way we can heal somebody and check to see the stages of their healing is by checking their urine to make sure that they got got toxemia and metabolic waste in their urine. So urine therapy is drinking your own metabolitic cellular waste. That don't make no sense to me. Now, if we talking about somebody that's fully alkaline on a fully alkaline diet, which there's really no such thing, but we're going to play the game. Let's play it. If somebody's on a fully alkaline diet and their pH balance is neutral, or is more on the is more on the alkaline side than the acid side, I don't know how would that be if they drunk their own urine. I always deal with sick people. We always healing sick people. So I'm always seeing sick, low pH balance on urine. And I'm always checking for that filtration rate. That's how we can tell what stage you in your healing. Is he filtrating? Is he peeing out that metabolic waste? Is he peeing out the toxemia? Is he peeing out the broken down cells? Is he peeing out these proteins? So it's like, why would I put that in a glass and then drink it back in when I'm trying to give you herbs and put you on an all fruit diet to get rid of the stuff in the first place? So urine therapy is like drinking your own metabolitic waste to me. That's just me. That's how I look at it. That's how I've been healing. That's how I've been doing all of that. So, I can't speak for somebody else that's got alkaline. They don't have no diseases. They not sick. I can't speak for people like that. But I mean, if I'm cleansing you and I'm looking at your urine to check to make sure that you're getting rid of all of the urea, all your protein, and all your metabolic waste, and these are things that's making you sick and causing acidosis, and you literally pee acidosis out by way of the lymphatic system through the urethra that's connected to the urinary tract, it just don't make sense to me that you would drink your urine and claim that it heals your body. Just don't make sense to me. It don't. You know what I'm saying? So that's it. But let's talk about this. Let's talk about hydration and electrolytes and how it's, one of your number one key points to healing the body. Hydration and electrolytes. First, I want to talk about hydration. When you start really, really talking about hydration, we're talking about, taking it. Everybody think hydration is drinking this hotel water. Like, that's just going to hydrate you. No, it's not. The real hydration is the electrolytes or the minerals that's inside of the water. That's what really hydrates you. It's not the actual liquid intake. We associate hydration with liquids when that's not true. True hydration is having the right amount of electrolytes and minerals inside the body. All right. Now, you can get these minerals from spring water, but the spring water got to go through rock beds. It got to pick up all of the rocks, and it got to break all the minerals off the rocks to go through the water. Then it got to go through its metabolic change. Then you drink the water and you get the electrolytes or the electromagnetic activity from the spring water that's coming from the rock bed. It don't come from the water. It's not coming from the H2O. It's actually coming from the rock bed. Right? That's why you don't have any electrolytes inside of distilled water. You don't have any electrolytes inside of tap water. It will have to go through a live bed of rocks to pick up the minerals. These minerals have electromagnetic frequencies to them, and these are what you call electrolytes. And the body need electrolytes because the body, the blood is predominantly alkaline. The lymphatic system is predominantly alkaline. You produce amylose and trypsin, which is a secretion that comes from your salivary glands that's alkaline. So you do have alkaline components in your body that will never change, and these things need electrolytes, and your cells need electrolytes to buffer out calcium, potassium monophosphate. All these things work on electricity. Well, what adds to the electricity and take all these different functions and processes in your body, it takes some power and it takes some force. This force comes from the electrolytes. This is what you call hydration. Hydration don't mean you galloning, you swallowing a jug of water every day, or you drinking a gallon of water every day. That's not hydration. That's flushing your cells and flooding your cells and throwing off your salt and your potassium ratio. That's what you're doing when you do that. And that's why you see a lot of people that got anemia, a lot of people that bodies just retaining and holding water, drowning their kidneys because you're drinking too much water and you're not drinking enough electrolytes. It's a difference. And that's the reason why we talk about H3O2 a lot and drinking your fruit. Drink your fruit. Don't drink water from your fruit. Drink your coconut fruit. Drink your cucumber water and things like that, because it automatically comes with electrolyte. It don't need no rock to rub up against. It don't have to go through 100 different processes to pick up the electromagnetic components that it need. It's already equipped with inside of the fruit. You see that? And notice fruits are not wet. Just how they say water isn't wet, fruits is really not wet. So if you start eating your fruits and you start going on an all fruit livid and you go on a fruit juice fast, you're gonna notice a pleasing satisfaction because you're going to become hydrated with all of the minerals and all the electricity that you need, because fruits actually yields 12 angstroms of energy. Each fruit do. You know what I'm saying? Water don't yield that much energy. Water is a purification factor. Water is a drinking factor. Water is hydrative to other people, but to other species, but it's not to you. We should let the fishes drink that. Let your animal calves drink that. Let your horses and your cows drink them type of things. But the type of species you are a highly electrical species, and the electricity is actually what expands your consciousness, and that's why we have cortexes and brain frontal lobes, and that's why we have all these inner and outer thoughts. Like, our consciousness is the only thing on earth that I think that's more conscious than us will be a dolphin, period. And if you look at their solars, you look at their brains and the way that they got telepathy, the way that they communicate with each other, you know what I'm saying? They literally have developed and have advanced themselves through this evolutionary pool. We on the same path too if we just eat our right food. So other than the dolphin, we have some of the most outrageous consciousness on planet Earth. We need a specific food to make sure that we're fueling that consciousness. And that food that we're fueling is called biophotons, or what you call light cold frequency. You can only get that on a frugivore diet, y'all. You cannot get it on a protein diet. You can't get it on a milk diet. You can't get it on an all vegetable diet. If you really, really want to yield high amounts of electricity and magnetism, like you really want to expand your consciousness, it's going to be on a fruit diet. And notice, if you look at how fruits grow, the further you eat away from the ground, the farther you expand your consciousness. So the higher that fruit is, the more electrolytes that's in it, the more biophotons that's in it, the more that it's going to hydrate the body, because it have the electromagnetic frequencies and grids and fields and biofilms in it that you need to actually keep your consciousness expanding through this evolutionary pool. Now, the reason why I'm saying that is one of your greatest healing methodology, because when you truly, truly hydrate the body and these electrolytes get inside the body and they start to wake the cells up in the body, the cells start detoxing themselves through, your different types of acetylcholinesterase, acetylcholine. They turn on the adrenals. They stimulate the adrenals. The adrenals is in control of the parasympathetic and the sympathetic nervous system, the autonomic nervous system, things that run on autopilot. Your breathing is on autopilot. Your digestive system is on autopilot. The way you see, that's on autopilot. Everything that I'm talking about right now runs off autopilot. It runs automatically. You need neurological stimuli to do that. Neurological stimuli actually come from melanin neurotransmitters. These melanin neurotransmitters come from the nervous system. But what you need to keep that nervous system up and functioning properly is electrical impulse and magnets. That's called the electrical magnetic grid. That is in your fruits, and that is in the actual electrolytes of your hydration. That's in your fruits. You see that? Now, what it does when you drink these things, it go through and it breaks up calcification. If you ever see a house on fire, we just gonna look at it like this. Say your body is the house, right? Your body is the house, just like the body is the temple of God, right? And acids is the fire. So let's just say your body, which is the house, is on fire, which is extreme acidosis. What are you going to go do? You're going to go get something that's hydrating to put on the fire to put the fire out. You see that? So the best thing to do is, and now look, and this is what I'm saying, spring water could do the job. So say if the body, which is the house, is on fire, which is very acidic, you're in a state of acidosis, you can go on a water fast, a spring water fast, and get the electrolytes from the spring water, and that will actually put out the acidosis. But there is an extinguisher that's way better than H2O that can put out that fire much faster and help rebuild your house at the same time. And that's what we call H3O2. And that's what we're going to call your fruit water when you're drinking your fruits or fruit juices. Organic, freshly squeezed juice. You see that? Now what happens is, you start drinking all of this H3O2, it's so electrical that it start turning things on in your body. The first thing it's going to do is going to cause the cationic experience to turn into an anionic experience. Cationic means extremely acidosis. This come from your phosphorus. These come from your different types of spelt breads. These come from your polysaccharides, or what we call complex sugars. These come from your complex amino acids that we call proteins, or that you call protons. Notice protons in biochemistry is very, very very corrosive in nature. Protons want to come through and just whoop on everything, and they like to steal. They like to steal charges from the negative, or what we call the feminine aspect, the alkaline, which is the electrons. See that? So electrons, electrolytes. Protons, protein. Protons are destructive. They want to borrow charges from alkaline, or what we call electrolytes. You see what I'm saying? So it shows you, just looking at it in a biochemistry way, what causes your body to become dehydrated. Dehydrated means your body is stripped of minerals and it is stripped of electrolytes. Hydration means your body is full of the minerals it needs and it's full of the electrolytes it needs. We got to get the liquid concept up out of our head. You think hydration means liquid. No, it don't. Hydration means you have the amount of electrolytes that you need, and you have the amount of electrons that you need inside of the body by way of minerals. See that? Dehydration, you are mineral deficient. You are electrolyte deficient. This have nothing to do with liquid. It's what's in the liquid that makes your water alkaline. It's what's in the liquid that makes your water have electrolytes. It's what's in the liquid that makes your water a healing modality or healing methodology. It have nothing to do with the liquid side. See that? Water is not wet. We have to get out of that whole mindset. Now, why I'm saying this is, if you look at protons and if you look at proteins, we're speaking on a biochemical level. When you see protons, guess where protons or proteins are highly collected at? It's highly collected inside of tissues. Tissues is proteins. These are come from animals' flesh. These same proteins you find inside your dairy products. Or we're going to talk about something else that actually lessens the electromagnetic grid in your body. If it lessens the electromagnetic grid, that means it makes you dehydrated. Another thing is your dairy products. All dairy products will suck the living life out of your body. And when you suck life out of something, it becomes dry, it becomes stale. If you put salt on a snail, notice that. Put salt on the snail right now and go back a couple hours later and see if that snail's still there. It's going to be formed as a rock because it sucked all the electrolytes out of the snail. That's what it sucked out, all the electrolytes. And that's what proteins is doing to the black man and the black woman's body. That's what all these meats is doing to the black man and the black woman's body. You see that? That's what all of these gnarly grains is doing to the black man and black woman body. All of these starchy foods is doing to the black man and black woman body. All these high sodiums that's not coming from the rivers. If it sodium, look, sea salt's supposed to be in the sea. The moment you take sea salt out of the sea, it becomes a stimulant. It becomes a drug. Now you're going to have other chemistry come in like electrolytes to buffer off the salt. Now, don't get me twisted. Sea salt do dissolve things. So like if you get in the ocean right now and you have a lot of mucus or acid built up in your head, wash your hair in the ocean, come out, you're going to see a lot of mucus coming from it because salt pulls. It pulls. It dehydrates. You see what I'm saying? Same thing that protein does. It pulls. It dehydrates. Same thing that dairy products do. It pulls. It dehydrates. Same thing that your starches do. It pulls. It dehydrates. So now you're starting to see in biochemistry that these dehydrative things are acids. One thing is called uric acid. That's what comes from your meat. Uric acid. That's what puts your house or your body on fire. What are you going to do to put that fire out? You're going to go and get you something to extinguish that fire. Them are going to be electrolytes. See it? Another one is carbonic acid. That's what they call starch. That's what you get mixing spelt with commode, with wheat, with barley. You mixing all these different things and then you eating these things. That's going to dehydrate the body. So now the body, that's acid. It's called carbonic acid. You have to put that carbonic acid out. Because remember, the house is on fire with these acids. You have to hydrate it. How are you going to hydrate it? Not with liquids, but with what? H3O2 with electrolytes. You see that? What about beans that you're not sprouting? Beans are super, super complex because beans are baby embryos and all types of other things. There's different types, but if you don't sprout them, they built up with something called nitrates or phytic acid. This phytic acid will have your house on fire. This phytic acid will put your cells on fire. So how do you cleanse that fire? How do you put that fire out? Electrolytes. These things come from hydrated fruits, y'all. You see that? Like, I mean, if y'all get this concept so far, type in some nines and we're going to keep it going. If y'all get this concept so far, type in some nines and we're going to keep it going. Because we have to understand how hydration and electrolytes is the key to healing. Because when you hydrate the body, you start breaking up things. You see that when the body is very acidic and acidosis truly starts setting into the body, it starts welding things together, and it starts literally vaporizing the body of all its minerals. Some of the minerals even get caught up in the uric acid, and you start crystallizing these minerals. For instance, calcium. Let me show you how acidosis work, right? Say you eat meat, right? You eating meat, you eating dairy products. Let's just say a hamburger, for instance. You got the polysaccharides, which is the different starches, the complex sugar in the bun, right? Then you got the meat. The meat is proteins, it's protons, very acidic to the body. So you got carbonic acid sitting on top of uric acid. Then you have the nerve to put some cheese on top of there. You see that? Now the cheese coming in, that's lactic acid, because you got dairy in there, lactose, lactic acid. So you got carbonic acid, you mixing that with uric acid. Now you got lactose or lactic acid all mixed together. Then you're going to come in and put a nightshade on there, what they call ketchup. And then you're going to get a mustard seed and put some mustard seed on there. And you probably put some lettuce on there to make you feel healthy and make you feel good. You know, people got, let me get a slice of lettuce with a tomato. We think subconsciously, we think that make us feel good. So you mixing all these different things up, and then you put them in your body. The moment you eat them and you break these things down, the body can't assimilate with them, because for one, the hydrochloric acid inside of your stomach sac cannot break these things down. So it's not going to get broken down enough to actually even be uptake and go inside the blood capillaries and get distributed to 150 trillion cells in your body to feed the cells of your body. So what it does is it putrefies and it rots inside of your small intestinal tract. This small intestinal tract is called the duodenum. So literally you got all of this gunk and acids just burning and putrefying inside the small intestinal tract. So the moment the putrefaction come in, what happens is the thyroid get tricked. Now when the thyroid and parathyroid get tricked, it's going to send something called parathyrohormone and parathyroxine. It's going to alert the blood and tell the blood, hey, I need calcium. Because guess what calcium is? Calcium is your most electrical mineral known on planet Earth that's inside of the black man and black woman's body. Let me say it again. Calcium is one of your highest. I don't know anyone that's more higher than calcium that's inside your body. Calcium monotriphosphate is one of your most electrolyte minerals that's inside of your body. Now, if we're talking about iron phosphate, iron is the most electrical magnetic, but I'm not talking about electrical magnetic. I'm talking about electrical. Now, guess what this electricity or these electrons from the calcium do to your body? It goes and it hollers at what? Acids. It's a buffering system. It's what neutralizes acids. But calcium actually need a train station to get to the acidic site. Just like a fire truck, the fireman get a call, 411, hey, my house on fire. So guess what the fire truck do, or what we're going to call the blood? It takes the electrolytes or the hydrated faculties, and then the fireman go to work. They go to the site and they put the fire out. Well, the blood is like the transport station. And the transport station to the actual site. The lymphatic system is the actual water that's going to put out the fire. You have calcium. Calcium is that little additive that's inside the water that they need. Notice if your kitchen catch on fire right now, they tell you don't put pure water on it, because it's going to make the fire worse. That's why you have a fire extinguisher. And this proved my point, Jay. Check this out. This proved my point. This is how you know water ain't really about shit, right? Why can't you put water on a fire in a house, and they tell you it's a bad idea to put water on a fire, and they give you a fire extinguisher? And the fire extinguisher is mixed with what? It's mixed with water, and it's mixed with these white little bitty pellets of what they call glass that act as a buffering mineral, bro. Oh shit, I just cracked the code, nigga. I just cracked the code. I just thought about that. Even when you look, bro, I ain't even think about that. But anyways, I'm getting too excited. So when the fire truck, which is the blood, finally get to the site and have the fire hose, which is the lymphatic system, or what you call lymph fluid, and then you have the electrolytes, which is the minerals that's inside of the hydrating lymphatic fluid, calcium come through. It drops calcium off at the spot. Now let me show you what calcium does. Calcium actually neutralizes the acid. But if you never ever change your diet into a livid and you keep eating these things, what happens is the calcium starts to calcify. That's where you get calcification of the pineal gland from, calcification of the liver, gallbladder calcification stones. You see that? Liver calcification stones. It's nothing but calcium trying to put out the acids, but mucus is in the way, because mucus is a mucosal response to anything that's acidic in its environment. So you got mucus plus calcium mixing with acids. Boy, you're going to have all types of stones. You're going to have something called cellular welding, all types of things. So now you're welding up your cells. You know what they call this in the allopathic community? Coagulation and agglomulation. Oh, he's coagulated. Oh, he's agglomulated. He has a benign tumor. What is a tumor? A tumor is nothing but an isolated pocket of tissues. Isolated tissues due to what? Acidosis that have been isolated, have been calcified. That's why tumors sometimes get hard as a rock. If you got a big ass tumor and you come to Yaki Awake and give me a month, that tumor gonna be hard when it gets to me, but it's gonna be real soft after a month or two on my herbs, because now we are hydrating the calcification. We are hydrating the dehydration. We are hydrating and bringing electrolytes to the body. Now we opening up the lymphatic system and we putting out that fire that's in that house, and now you able to move through the lymphatic system by way of your kidneys, your urethra, your nephrons, your urinary tract, and you literally eliminating all the metabolic waste and the acids that you've been accumulating all your life. So like when we start talking about hydration and we start talking about electrolytes, it's its own healing methodology. You can't heal nobody without hydration and electrolytes. Period. Point blank, period. Even your herbs are very hydrative. Even though it dehydrates your skin because it's a puller, it's an astringent, guess what it leaves back? It leaves back minerals. Guess what these minerals are? Electrolytes. So that's why you start seeing herbs have such a like chlorophyll, and you start really getting to your dark leafy green herbs. They have a detoxification factor because it's trying to eliminate what the body just accumulated. Same thing when you start drinking H3O2 and you start talking about your fruit water. It breaks up things. You see that? If you have, look, notice a stain on the floor, right? Let's just say a stain on the floor. Say your son was just walking through the house. He spilt some juice or something on the floor. It got real sticky. You tried to wipe it up without no type of liquid, no type of water, right? And it just made a bigger mess. Guess what you going to do? You going to tell them to go get a mop and get some water, and you're going to put some type of agent inside of that water to get that stain off the floor, showing you how powerful real water is. Water breaks up coagulation. Water breaks up agglomulation. When you have true hydration come to the body, it breaks up the stagnated calcification lymphatic system. Now you're able to move freely again, and now them energy points or them electrical magnetic energy points can move freely within inside the cells. The body is made of 150 trillion cells, y'all. Each cell sits at a 6.4 on the potential hydrogen scale, meaning each cell is slightly acidic. And the reason why it's slightly acidic, because it have to have a cellular proliferator, meaning it have to excrete things to make sure it keeps detoxifying itself. Now check this out. You have potassium in each cell. Potassium is one of your most electrical magnetic minerals, just like iron phosphate and just like calciums. Now, if you check the potassium and the magnesium ratio on the cells, that's what holds the creativity and the conductivity of the electricity inside the body. It's called negative plus chain ions. Check it out. Look it up, y'all. Negative plus chains ion. And this is what caused your body to be in an anionic experience, or what we're going to call an alkaline experience. The moment that you start losing these minerals, or what we call electrolytes, that process is called cationic, and that's basically when alkaline go into an acidic lifestyle. Anionic is when the acidosis lifestyle processes itself into an alkaline lifestyle. So it's a difference. Look, this all biochemistry, y'all. So the more electrolytes you get, the more minerals you get. Now, look, don't go mineral crazy and go on my website and just start buying all my minerals, because you got to make sure your adrenal glands right, because your adrenal glands is actually in control of utilizing the minerals that you bring into the biospiritual body. So if your adrenal glands is down and your kidneys is not functioning and working properly because you have a stagnated lymphatic system, you can bring all the electrolytes you need inside of your body. And if the adrenal glands won't utilize them and bring them to where they need to be, on-site reconstruction, which is what the adrenal glands do, just like the liver does the same thing, on-site reconstruction with all the amino acids that it make and the glycogen breaking down into glucose and fructose, monosaccharides and stuff like that, then it ain't gonna do your body no good. So you have to pay close attention to the adrenal glands, which is over the autonomic nervous system, parasympathetic, sympathetic nervous system, like I always tell y'all. Now, the crazy part is this. Guess what is going to help you get them adrenal glands back online? It's going to take a while, but hydration. Guess what's going to help you turn on neurological functionings? You see that? Guess what? Hydration, electrolytes. Guess how you can grow back your thyroid? Huh? Guess what? Hydration. You ain't growing back no thyroid on H2O. You growing back that thyroid on H3O2, which is the water that comes from your fruit that have accumulated electrolytes and biophoton already within it. It don't have to go through a process. See, the only process that it needs is photosynthesis, or what you call iontrophorophysis. Iontrophorophysis and photosynthesis is the same thing, and that is nothing but the conversion of melanin. That's all that is. Melanin. Or what they call carbon constituent chains. You see that some people say it's not melanin, it's carbon. Some people, it's not carbon, it's melanin. It's not carbon or melanin, it's sugar. You see, we all talking about the same thing. It's all the same things. When you look up the actual chemical constituents of melanin, guess what you're going to see? 18 carbon smacked on that ass. Bow. Biochemistry. You look at the same thing with sugars. Guess what you're going to see? 21 carbon constituents smacked on that ass. Bow. Carbon. See that? Huh? See, we go to fruit. All these things are talking about the same thing. So sugar, which we talking about fructose, galactose. If you look at DNA, ribose is a sugar, nucleic acid. Notice that sugar is what makes your melanin due to amino acid chain, tyrosine, L-lysine, L-arginine. That's actually what's creating this dark pigmentation that you think makes up your black body. Your blackness comes from your brain, your anatomy, through your ancestral cord. You've been black since you was even thought. Before you was thought of, guess what? Your ass was black. It's way deeper than the pigment of your skin. Way deeper than that. This is neurological things that I'm talking about. This is a neurological function. That's why you have 12 melanated clusters on your brain that they call the 12 cranial nerve centers. That's why you have melanin, pheomelanin, neuromelanin, solar melanin. This stuff is created way before you even created. Guess what? When your father actually ejaculated in your woman in his mama, in your mama, and then a baby come forth, guess what's at the tip of that sperm? Notice if you put that sperm on a microglass and you look at it, it's a black melanated dot at the head of the germette, or what they call the germ guide. Right before the tail falls off, it's a black dot. From that black dot, which is a melanin dot, which is a carbon dot, which is an electrolyte, that's how the actual embryo actually starts developing. When you study embryology, everything starts developing from that black dot, or what you call the primitive gut tube from that black dot. And that's when things go through gastrulation. Gastrulation is a period when the zygote actually when the sperm hits the eggs, it creates a zygote. The zygote actually start creating this embryo. The embryo creates a fetus. The fetus turn into an infant. The infant turn into us. Notice what it starts from. The black dot. Guess what that black dot is? Electrolyte. Guess what this electrolyte called? A polymer. Guess what this alkaline polymer is called? Minerals. Hey man, it's funny when you think about it. So literally, you need the elements that make up you to heal you. And that's why hydration is so important. Hydration is not liquid. Hydration is not talking about wetness. Hydration is talking about the very key elements that make up who you are. And you get these things from your fruits. The only thing that have more DNA than a mammal, and a reptile, is a fruit. Do you know how much DNA is in a pineapple? How much DNA is in a strawberry? How much DNA is in a mango? Do you realize mangoes is over 12,000 years old? Ooh-wee. Not mangoes, papayas. Do you realize how much DNA is in a papaya? They're ancient. And it's been feeding light cold frequencies from the sun time and time again. Imagine the information that's in them trees, the information on highways, the ancestral information that's just all in them trees, and then going through photosynthesis, having this old sexual exchange with the sun and getting all of that melanin and all of that knowledge. And then you eat that information and it becomes a part of your body, feeding you electrolytes and feeding you all types of transgenerational epigenetic inheritance. Ooh-wee. But see, all of that comes from your fruits. All of that come from your herbs. It don't come from water, what you call water, because true water is water. See, the true definition of water for a human being is to be hydrated. So we cannot say that this is Avion. It's natural. It got natural electrolytes on it. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna knock Avion, but it's water that's way better than that. If our carbon copy vehicles, or what you'll call a black man and black woman, it's the most superior when it comes to genes and genetics. That means your vehicle in a car sense is a Rolls Royce, is a G-Wagon. Give me another one, Jay. Give me a top luxury car. A Bentley. A Bentley. Ashton Martin. See, when it so the so-called African American or Africans in America, Africans wherever you at. See, you that top line, you that Rolls Royce. That Rolls Royce gonna take a different type of gas. That Ashton Martin gonna take a different type of gas. That G-Wagon, that AMG package gonna take a different type of gas. So you need a different type of electrolyte. So I'm not saying that this is not good. This is not good for you. I'm just saying if you have a better choice, if you have a better gas, it's going to make your Bugatti or your body run efficient and run at its optimal health. Why won't you do that? Just make it make sense. So yeah, so everybody be like, Yaki, how do you do it? I see all your healing testimonies. I see what you're doing. I see how you changing lives. What is your secret? All of the herbalists come to me and ask, what is your secret? I be like, fruits, a fruit diet. I know how to hydrate the body. I know that hydration actually breaks up accumulation. I know that hydration and electrolytes break up coagulation. I know hydration breaks up acids, breaks up calcification. I know if I need to get them adrenals online, I need to go on an all-fruit diet, high in grapes, high in berries, because berries are antioxidants. Not only is they antioxidants, but they're oxygenators, and they're very electricity. They're very electrifying. So I know if I want to turn on neurological functionings that have ceased to exist, and if I need to create new pathological neural pathways, then I need to, if I want to regenerate the cells, I'm going to need electricity and I'm going to need magnets. It's going to have to be electrical magnetic. Well, what is your highest electrical magnetic substances on planet Earth that is good for the human body? It's your fruits. It's your fruits, man. Fruits. Check this out. Fruits yield 12 angstroms of energy, right? Vegetables only yield 9 angstroms of energy. Meat only yield 3 angstroms of energy, and that's if you eat it fully raw, like the lion, the tiger, and the bear eat it. And look, you Negroes cook your food, so guess what? You ain't getting no damn energy from your foods. You know what you getting from your foods? Proteins. Proteins is like a simulation. It reminds me of fake artificial intelligence, because it'll give you the illusion that you actually getting energy. We call this stimulants. Same thing as coffee beans. Coffee beans give you an illusion of energy. No, these are stimulants. The crash is coming. The acidic blowback is coming. The dehydrative factor is coming. That shit binding to your chemistry and clunking together your cells and yielding all type of uric acid, phytic acid, lactic acid, all these nitric acid, sulfuric acid. It's coming. So you done did all of that to get this fake energy, and guess what? You still need electrolytes. I'm just saying, man. So we gotta quit knocking fruits, man. I see a lot of healers knocking fruits. How I'm gonna grow muscles? Hey Jay, how I'm gonna grow muscles on an all fruit diet? What about bodybuilders? So your purpose in life, God created you to be a bodybuilder, my nigga? No. You know what I'm saying? What about bodybuilders? How am I gonna build muscles? You trying to heal why you worried about muscles in your weight? Ain't you trying to heal? We can worry about building later. No, don't ever drink coffee. Caffeine and coffee is very, very bad for the adrenals. One thing about the endocrine system, or what we're going to call the chakras, or what we're going to call the glandular highway, is this. The moment that you start giving it falsification and you start stimulating with things that it think is real, it will stop producing it. I see thyroids go down all the time because the Syntherex. I see thyroids go down all the time because they want to give you hormones, and then the thyroid just quit producing it. I see the pancreas just give up. The moment that they say you got diabetes and you take that insulin, I don't watch the pancreas just give up, because it's like, why do I need to produce insulin? Shit, you giving me synthetic insulin. Why do I need to produce parathyroid and parathyroxine? That's the thyroid speaking. You giving me synthetic parathyroid and parathyroxine? Why do I need that? See that? So we have to start understanding the body, y'all. Look, biochemistry is the best language other than the Phoenician Hebraic language. I don't know no other language on planet Earth that can even come close to the chemical language of biochemistry other than the Hebraic African language, y'all. That's the like if you think of H2O. H2O. 1 hydrogen, 2 oxygens. Just by saying the name of this deal, I know the components it's made of. I can get down to the very electron and proton and neutron. I can tell the inside and out of this molecule just by its name. See that? That's only other language I know that come close to that is Hebrew. Abba. And then you break down the word Abba. And Abba is Aleph and it's Bait. Aleph means leader. Bait means house. So Abba, which means father, means leader of the house. That's the only other language that I know that can break down like biochemistry do. And just based off the name, I can tell exactly what it is. Not like in the English language, daddy. What the hell is a daddy? What is a daddy, Jay? In English, daddy. A daddy don't mean nothing. Anybody can be a daddy, but can you be a father? Can you be a leader of your household? Just like H2O. Can you literally have one hydrogen and two oxygens, or H3O2? You see that H3O2? Like once we really start realizing how this stuff going, man, look, ain't nothing messing with that H3O2, y'all. The fruits will save your life. If you want to heal, get on fruits. You want to hydrate the body, get on fruits. You want to turn on that detoxification process and open up them kidneys for lymphatic filtration, get on them fruits. You want to flush the body of parasites, get on them fruits. You want to cleanse your gastroenteric, your duodenum, your transverse colon, your ascending colon, your ascending colon, your sigmoid colon. You get on them fruits. You want to grow your hair back, get on them fruits, because what the fruits is going to do, they're going to open up the meridian pathways. They're going to open up these fontanelles, and they're going to detoxify the body. And not only will they detoxify the body, they're going to electrify the cells. They're going to magnetize the cells while doing so, and it's going to turn on the detoxification rebuilding simultaneously. Fruits is doing that. Fruits. It's what fruits is for. And notice who fruits is left for. It's left for only 5 family groups, and they call them primates groups. You know what I'm saying? I don't consider, if you want to look and see if we similar to primates, yes, we are. You know what I'm saying? They look similar. Just like we look similar to Neanderthals, but we ain't no damn Neanderthals. You know what I'm saying? But notice, if you look at a true primate or a true gorilla and monkey in its element, before it was domesticated and before it came up out of the high mountains and the plains that they used to be in, guess what they diet was, or they live it was? 98% frugivore. And we see them build muscle off of that. Straight muscle. Some of the strongest beasts in the fields, in the jungles. And literally 90%, it used to be 98, it's about 82% now. But 82% of their diet is fruits. Fruits. And that's why they highly intelligent. They highly electrical. They don't sleep all damn day like a lion do. A lion in a what's the other one called? The dogs. They be laughing. And a hyena, they sleep 20 hours a day. It's only 24 hours in a day. Look, they eat so many protons. They eat so many proteins that their body just they have to spend all day digesting it. And that's why if you look at their age, they only live up to be 21 or 23 years old, because all of that putrefaction is going on. And then if you look at the digestional tract of an actual carnivore, they digestional tract is smooth. It don't have no grooves in it, because they got to get that meat out fast or it's going to kill their ass. But if you look at your digestional tract is 36 feet long if you put it all together, and it have many grooves in it for it. You can have absorption. See that lions don't really absorb. You have an absorption factor, especially in the transverse colon and the ascending colon. In the duodenum, that's where your most of your absorption happen at. The duodenum, the transverse colon, and the ascending colon. It's all types of absorptions happening through the grooves, or what they call villi. Inside these villi, you have all this bibifidum bacteria, lactobacillus bacteria. They help you break down your food from macronutrients to phytonutrients. You take it to the blood capillaries. The blood capillaries take it to the train station. Well, the blood is the train station. On the train station, you're going to have all these different electrolytes, what we call minerals. And then these minerals, these amino acids, and these phytonutrients, which are called bioflavonoids, will go through the train station, through the blood, and it will drop all of these healing constituents off to each and every individual cell in the body. Guess how you just ate? Guess how you got your energy? Guess how you just feeling all good? Just how your nervous system working? Your parasympathetic nervous system, your sympathetic nervous system, your cardiovascular nervous system, your central nervous system, your intrinsic nervous system. These things are all working off of electrolytes. Y'all see how powerful electrolytes is? You will not be electric without electrolytes. You will not be, yeah, I did make the hyena noise. You would not be electric without electrolytes. And black man, black woman, I ain't gonna say I'm sorry to tell you, I'm happy to tell you, but you are a body that's electric. That's it. You're called a dipole. Y'all know what a dipole is? Monopole, dipole. A pole. We're talking about antennas. See that? Antenna. That's why you're vertical, have a vertebrae. Notice that your liver grounds your brain. Right side, positive. Left side, negative or alkaline. Which really, if you're going to think about it in the African way, right side is really negative, left side is really positive, because the right side is really the alkaline. And negative is actually good. Positive is really bad in biochemistry. In biochemistry, if it's positive, that shit is bad. It's bad. It's bad. It's too charged. It's cationic. It's proteins. It's proton. It's unpredictable. That's how they make hydrogen bombs and shit. It's positively charged. But when it's negatively charged, that negative in biochemistry, that true alkalinity, it's mellow. It's melatonin. You know what I'm saying? It ain't serious. It's mellow. Waking and sleep patterns. It's just going through life flowing. It's going with the flow. You see that? So we got to change that too. Man, he got a real positive mindset. I don't want to hang around nobody with no positive mindset. He's unpredictable. He's an atomic bomb waiting to explode, according to biochemistry language. I need negative beings around me. Negative, alkaline. See that? That's the feminine, creative, right side of the brain. That's what I want around me. I need the negative side around me. Anionic, not cationic. I don't want no cats around me. It's cationic. I need them anionics. I'm gonna start speaking, bro. We need to create our own. We need to create our own biochemistry language. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Look at them cationic niggas over there trying to start something. We super anionic. We laid back. We alkaline. Anionic environments. We chill over here. We tapped into the feminine source. You know what I'm saying? We balance when it comes to masculine and feminine. We balance. We so balanced we don't even see masculine and feminine. We neutral. That's how you really supposed to be. You supposed to be so balanced with it, so alkaline with it, you don't even see the other side of the spectrum. So yeah. Y'all be having me bugging up though. But if y'all got what I'm saying, if y'all got what I'm saying, type in some nines. Type in some nines and I'm gonna tell y'all how to do this. Type in some nines and we're gonna get to it. Oh man, people saying they confused now. All right, let me take it back and let me go slower. So, cause I don't want to confuse nobody. So let me get serious. I'm gonna quit playing with y'all. Let me get serious. I'm in serious mode. Look at my face. So when you talk in the language of biochemistry, if it's positive, it have an unstable charge to it. You see that? It's what you call protons. And the reason why, and what a proton to do, if you look at an atom, you have protons, electrons, and neutrons. The proton will chase the electron or the negative. You see that? The negative around and try to borrow a negative charge from it to balance itself out. Because the proton got a positive charge on it, but it makes it unstable. So in order to balance itself out, in order to bring my ot to it, it'll go over to the actual negative electron and it will borrow a negative charge. And when it borrows a negative charge from the electron or the alkaline, then that's when the alkaline actually becomes the proton. And then it becomes acidic. And that's why you play a teeter-totter game of acid and alkaline through the body all day, every day. And that's the reason why you see the balance too. Like for instance, your belly produces hydrochloric acid. Your DNA is made of deoxyribonucleic acid. Inside that DNA, you have something called the ribosome, and the ribosome gives birth to something called the RNA, ribonucleic acid. Your body breaks down its chemistry into phytic acid, lactic acid, uric acid, carbonic acid, sulfuric acid. So you got all these acids that's already natural acidic processes in your body. But then if you look on the other side of the spectrum, like your blood is what feeds the body, but the blood have to maintain an alkaline balance, or we're going to call negative electrolyte or electron of a 7.45. Then you look at your actual lymphatic system, which is 3 times bigger than your blood system. It's 3 times bigger than the whole cardiovascular system. And this is even higher than your blood. This is literally at a 6.2 on a potential hydrogen scale. And then you check when you like this water I got producing in my mouth right now, through my salivary glands, this is actually called trypsin or amylose. These are alkaline too. So if you actually break the body apart, if you actually break the body down and you put all the acidic sides on one side of the paper and all the alkaline sides on one side of the paper, it will be even. So naturally, your body is created in a state of balance and in a state of mod. Naturally. Now, if you tip the scale and go acidic, cationic. You start getting tumors. You start getting inflammatory responses. You start getting coagulation, agglomulation. The cell starts to die because your cells got to eat. And when your cells poop, your cells ain't got legs to go to the bathroom. So the cells poop on top of itself. Well, if a cell just went through a process of eating, that's going to take energy and yield electricity. Electricity, when it's used, it burns things. So now you have an ash that is left behind on the cell. That ash will burn the cell if nothing pick it up. The lymphatic system is supposed to pick up the ash that the cell leaves behind when it goes through its digestive process. This is called cellular metabolism. You see that? You have two types of waste. You have macro digestive waste, and then you have cellular micro waste. See, everybody want to focus on the digestive macro waste, and that's the stuff that come out your butthole. But don't nobody want to focus on their cellular waste. You see that? Cellular metabolic waste. And that's the true waste because your body is made up of cells. Even the digestive system is made up of cells. You have eye cells, you have digestive cells, you have fingernail cells, hair cells, thyroid cells, organ cells. You have so many cells. These cells then make up organs. These organs make up systems, and then the systems make up a full-grown human being. So potentially the body is made up of what? Cells. So if you get sick, or if you get acidosis, or if you get constipated, potentially it's on a what level? It's not on a micro body level. It's on a cellular level because everything that make up your body is made up of cells. What you have forgot to mention is that your cells is a miniature you. Your cells have to eat. Your cells have to poop. Your cells have to pee. Your cells have to rest. Your cells organize. They have their own brain, which is around the cells. They have their own reproductive system called the ribosome. They have their own digestive system called the mitochondria, the lysosome, or exosome. They have their own lungs called the vacuoli. See that? You even have skin on the cells. Even have skin called the Golgi apparatus. It's the Golgi apparatus. Look it up. So if you look at an individual cell of your body, it's a miniature you. It got eyes, it see, it moves. It might not look like you, but it got all the functionals. Look. Your body got organs. The organs, their cells that make up your body have something called organelles. Look, it's all inside of the teaching. Your body have organs. Then the cells that make up your body have organelles. So hold on, my cells got organs. If my cells got organs, that means that it's its own functioning entity. So we got to eat. And if you got to eat, that means you got to shit. And if you got a shit, usually we go to the toilet to defecate. But what do the cells do? They don't have legs, so they poop on top of them cells. Now, imagine pooping in your kitchen. Imagine pooping in your bedroom and sleeping in the poop. That's going to get real sick, ain't it? You got bacteria. You got all type of acids going to start stinking in the high heavens, right? Then it's going to start growing fungus, mold, and all types of things. These things then can become sick. Have you ever heard of somebody becoming septic? When the poop start backing up in their bloodstream and then they die? They die of staph infections and stuff like that because defecation is bad to alkalinity because it's an acid ash. So in order to dive and get rid of that acid ash, it needs a pathway of elimination or what we call a fontanelle. Guess what a fontanelle is? We call it the sewage system. Guess what the sewage system of the body is? The lymphatic system. The blood is what feeds the cells of the body. The lymphatic system is what cleanses the cells of the body, what we call the sewage system. And then the nervous system commands the cells of the body. We call these melanin neurotransmitter. It say, hey, cell, do that. Do it right now. And if you don't, you're going to go through cellular apoptosis and cellular monotosis. We're going to get rid of your ass. You're going to go through a ribosome, exosome. We kick you out the body through the urea. But if you listen to me, I'm going to let you stay alive for a couple days, probably a few months, and then you can reproduce, repopulate, and we can keep this whole ecological system going. But the moment your ass don't listen, I'm going to send what they call it, an immune response. And I'm going to have some big ass macrophages come eat your ass. And if the macrophages don't work, I got T cells. They call killer cells. They bout that life. And I got B cells. The B cells going to come from the bone marrow. They ain't playing no games with your ass. You acidic cell. Don't let them T cells come from the thymus gland. You know the thymus gland is the military personnel of the whole entire body. All the cells go to the thymus gland to learn how to be blood or crip. Yes, it's gang banging in your body at all times, y'all. Trying to maintain homeostasis. And all I'm saying is you need to stay on that alkaline side of the chemistry. Don't be over there across them tracks messing with them crips and you know you in blood territory. That's all I'm saying. And vice versa. So yes. We have to open up the sewage system of the body, y'all. The sewage system have to get open. That's the only way to eliminate toxicity, to eliminate toxemia, to eliminate metabolic waste, to eliminate acid ash and alkaline ash, because alkaline does have an ash. So just because it's an alkaline ash do not mean that ash is good. That ash will still burn your ass. See that? So you have to cleanse the pathway regardless, because whenever you eat something, it have to go through a process. This process create acids, whether it's alkaline chemistry or not, coming in the body. The poop gotta leave regardless. The poop have to leave regardless. Otherwise, it's gonna burn your ass. Because it's an ash. Only time you see ashes left over is when what? A fire have came. Am I right, Jay? Only time you see ashes left over is when a fire was there first. So whether you eat an apple, that's going to leave back an alkaline ash. Whether you eat a piece of turkey, that's going to leave back a what? Acidic ash. It's still an ash, something that's burning that cannot sit on top of the cell. The only difference is the alkaline ash is going to go through something called fermentation. But fermentation creates fungus and mold. Fungus is mold. There's some organisms that you don't really want to deal with. They is. They good when they real, they good when they culture right. But if they get out of control and them cultures and them bacteria start overpopulating, then guess what? You messed up. So you got fermentation. That's what the ash of the alkaline leave back. But and that's still what hurts you, y'all, if your lymphatic system is not moving. But let's talk about this gnarly, destructive ash, which goes through putrefaction. That means rotten, dead, stanky. All types of bacteria and parasites is born. See, fruits will create fungus and mold. That's bacteria. It can kill you. Don't get me twisted. But we can manage that. But see, that damn meat, eating that ash, that acidic ash, that uric acid that go through putrefaction, that shit brings gnarly parasites. Parasites long as hell. Parasites coming out 20 feet. Tapeworms, hookworms, flookworms, threadworms, Asphascioloscus buski, toxoplasma. Worms traveling in your heart. Thread worms traveling in your brain. I mean, you don't want that type of ash. We still got to clean both ashes, though, because ashes still burn because it came from a fire. What was the fire? The fire was all these different electrolytes and monoelectromagnetic fields firing off pistons in your engine that you call the digestive tract to process the damn shit. Same thing if you put premium gas in your car. It's premium. It's going to make your car run good. But guess what you got to have? You got to have tailpipes connected to the car. It's called the exhaust system. Why do you have to have the exhaust system? Because you're burning fuel. Even though that you're burning so-called alkaline fuel, or even though that you're burning this premium gas, you still have carbon dioxide come from the tailpipe. Showing you that a premium food that's meant from a premium vehicle still create acidity, and you have to get rid of that waste. I'm giving y'all some real jewels right now, y'all. I hope y'all really like jotting this stuff down. Like, I'm giving y'all some straight jewels. I'm dropping gems right now. I might be giving them too much. We stopping right here. We're going to save the rest for the seminar. I'm just playing with y'all. We're going to save the rest for the seminar. We're saving the rest of this knowledge for the actual conference that's coming up on May the 7th in San Diego, California, at the World Beat Center. Shouts out to Mama Makita. Love you, goddess. Shouts out to you, queen. See you soon. See you very soon. Shouts out to Yosef or Joseph. Shouts out to you, brother. Love you, brother. Shouts out to everybody that's really, been ringing my name out here. Shouts out to all of y'all that's been sharing my videos on TikTok, on YouTube, on Instagram, on all of these platforms. Shouts out to all the celebrities that's been reaching out to me, trying to change our lives, telling everybody about me, speaking about me on your platform. Shouts out to you. Can we talk about DNA, deoxyetheric non-etheric acid? I got a whole video on DEA. Whole video on it. I just did it on Brother Rich. Shouts out to Brother Rich, Black Magic 369 channel, where I'm talking about DEA. I just didn't say the word DEA, but I kept saying the word non-etheric or non-ether being. So I talk about the ether, the prana, the Holy Ghost, the Ruach HaKodesh that sits inside of our cells. I talked about that already, brother. But I'm glad you hip on that DEA. Yeah, man. True gods. True gods. Peace, God. Yeah, it's on Black Magic. Go on YouTube, type in Black Magic 369, I believe. Or 393. Forgive me, Brother Rich. Forgive me for if I'm saying your name wrong. And y'all check that out. Let's talk about Yaki, talk about how atoms come from atoms, and I'm talking about the DEA. All right, so let's talk about it, because, a lot of people are like, Yaki, you always talk about the bad part. You never talk about the good part. Let's talk about the good part. How do you hydrate the body? The best way that you can, I'm finna give you something super, super simple, y'all. Check this out. The best way you can hydrate your body, I got 2 minutes left, y'all, and it's going to cut off. The best way you can hydrate your body is by doing this. When you wake up, before you eat anything, drink you 8 ounces of cucumber water or of coconut water. If you can't find cucumber water or coconut, where you actually juicing your cucumbers and you cracking open a coconut, then do apple juice. Juice, juice, juice. Don't eat no solid foods till 12 o'clock. And when you eat with the sun, out in the sun, and make sure that it's light food. Stop eating that heavy, dense food. Y'all see my face getting fat. See that? Me and Jake going back on our fast. You know what I'm saying? We've been traveling a whole lot. And we've been dibbling and dabbling, playing in creation. Now my cheeks big and shit. Now I got big cheeks. Hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm back on the fruits, baby. All right. Now, after that, once 12 come and you do eat your light, less dense meal, then you're going to drink fruits again. All right. I got 60 seconds. So I'm going to just say this. Make sure you taking in at least 34 ounces of fruit juice daily. If you truly want to hydrate and electrify the body, y'all. With that being said, I love y'all. I love y'all indeed and in truth. May the 7th, all the flyers gonna be up. Quit sending y'all money to these people. That's not me. I don't do no transactions unless it's through my website. And again, this is my actual Instagram page. If it ain't this, and if it ain't got over 92,000 followers and stuff like that, that is not me, y'all. Quit sending these people your money. And I don't do astrology readings. Yes, I do believe in astrology. Yes, I do study it, but I don't do astrology readings. I don't. So if they saying I want to read you, they lying. If I ain't talking about no iridology reading your eyes, or reflexology, reading your palms, or reading the bottom of your feet to tell you if you got some weak cells or not, then that's not me. I will never, ever ask you for any money over the web. I only do business through my website. Peace, love, light, and healing. Peace to the gods. Peace to the earth. Peace.